Today we're going to be tackling the enemy of productivity, procrastination. I used to do it all the time. I know you do it too. So let me share some game-changing tips that have helped me, and they're going to help you as well. Once again, you need to set clear, achievable goals. Knowing what you need to accomplish gives you a roadmap and reduces the temptation to procrastinate. In the previous videos, we talked about your SMART goals, and you guys are currently making a GSD list every morning. Completing your GSD list basically means that you win the day. You did everything you were supposed to. So if you complete this by noon, guess what? You won the day before lunchtime. One of the biggest things that has helped me is take these big tasks that you have and break them into smaller little steps. It's all about taking one step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So for example, I already know that you have a honeydew list and you just see this big list. But that's because you're just looking at the big picture. You need to see all the little tiny things that you need to do. Look at each task individually. Same thing for the gym. So let's say that you want to lose 30 pounds. You keep saying, oh, that's going to take forever for me to lose 30 pounds. Don't look at that big picture, otherwise you're going to keep procrastinating. Say, how can I lose 2 pounds this week? Baby steps. So one thing that I strongly suggest you do is create a to-do list. So you can throw this into your GSD list, but I strongly suggest that you do this separately, especially if you have a lot of tasks that you probably can't complete all in one day. So I'm going to show you guys how to prioritize them and make sure that you actually complete the one that is the most important, and we're going to go down the list. You also need to set realistic deadlines. As I said before in another video, you guys need to also cut your deadlines in half. So I think the example I used was losing 30 pounds. Yes, you can do that in a year, but you can also do that in 6 months. Having a sense of urgency can be a very powerful thing for getting things done. As I said, Parkinson's law, everything allots to the amount of time that you give it. So if you say, I'm going to do it in this amount of time, it's only going to take you that long. Another thing that you really need to do is identify and eliminate distractions. This guy here. Whether it's social media, your phone, or that pile of laundry that you see, you need to create a maximum environment for productivity. Personally, I like to leave my phone in a different room when I'm going to be focusing on work, and I don't want my phone dinging a bunch of times and distracting me, because every time that thing goes off, I'm going to get a dopamine hit and I'm going to want to pick it up and look at it. Have you guys ever heard of the Pomodoro technique? So what this is when you work in 25-minute increments, take a 5-minute break, and then work again for 25 minutes. This kind of breaks things up a little bit. That way you're not focusing on one task for a very long time and you don't get burned out. Something else that really helps is you need to find your peak productivity time. So for me, during the middle of the day is not the best time because generally I want to take a nap. You need to find the time when you're the most productive and schedule your most important tasks to be done at that time. For me personally, I like to do it in the morning or late at night. This here is mainly because everybody else is in bed, it's just me, and I can really focus on what I need to do. Remember to give yourself a pat on the back while you're doing it, because if you're not rewarding yourself after step A, you're not going to want to do step B because why? You just put it off and you're going to procrastinate even more. So make sure you actually reward yourself for doing something. This also gives you a sense of motivation to complete step B. So if you complete step B, you're going to get XYZ. The hardest part is just getting started. But I promise you, once you do get started, that momentum will carry you through. So just start. What I would like you to do for the exercise is I want you to post in the Facebook group what you procrastinate about the most and why you think you procrastinate about it.